Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Noel Zone. This is the Tarda Zone Talks, and we are getting closer to the airing of the new season of Doctor Who. And the media, of course, or the Shill media, as I like to call them, have been coming out and praising the first two episodes. And what we're going to do today is I have an article that I've picked out. The panelists are going to also have articles that they pick out. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get to the main bullet points of the article because I don't want to be giving any of these journalists any clicks for their articles, right? So we're not going to read out paragraph by paragraph, but we're going to tell you, what they have said about it. Just get to the parts, the juicy parts, really. Because, as I said, the media are not our friends. Right? When it comes to the entertainment industry as well, the media tend to lie. And what we're going to do here today is we're going to figure out, are they lying? Because, we've seen this all before with the Jodie Whittaker era. We're going to see what kind of words they use when they're writing these articles, and we're going to give our opinion on them. Because, as I've said, and many other YouTubers have said out there, you can't really trust the media when it comes to telling you what's happening with these shows or the movies. A lot of these reviewers, and it's been revealed over the last couple of years, are paid by companies to come out with positive reviews. And, a lot of those reviews, especially the ones that are paid for, get a lot of traction. So then people then automatically think, or the left, it's always the left. They're the articles that they will share and say, oh, no, it's great. Yous are all bigots and racists and homophobes because you don't like this, that, and the other. So we're going to delve into it. We're going to see if it's all bull crap. Is it the same old from these journalists? Now, before we start, Queen Charlotte won't be joining us tonight because Queen Charlotte is busy. She's got some classes going on. So good luck to you. And we're thinking of you. And we'll see you next week. Of course, and she will be back next week, of course, when we do our first panel review of the first two episodes. And I get to announce it here now on the stream. So we're going to be having someone joining us every Wednesday because, as you know, PD and Queen Charlotte join me. But over the last couple of weeks, we've had a special guest joining us the odd time, and he has been joining me for membership streams, but he's going to be here every Wednesday. As you know, we like to have a panel for the review streams, and it's an honor to actually announce him as a panelist for the reviews, because I think he's very popular with everybody in the chat as well. He has a very balanced view when it comes to Doctor Who, and we need that on the panel, to be quite honest. We do have Queen Charlotte as well, who does be balanced, because you know me, I show no mercy. And others on the panel will probably be the same as me. So it's nice to get a bit of a balance, I should say. So without further ado, our new panelist for our reviews of Doctor Who this season is the one and only Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Welcome.
Ta-da! Red carpet, I'm here.
And of course, he's not alone. Today we've got the main man himself, the man who has to get the Rolodex out at the end of every stream, because we like to plug a lot of channels on here, and a regular panelist with me a long time also. It's the one and only PD Rich.
Hi, I'm going to get my fingers nice and green on Friday night.
Why is that?
Because I'm going to be touching a hell of a lot of grass.
Fair bloody play to you. Fair play to you. And anybody wants to know what that's in relation to, Shooty Gatwa, the lead, said that that people like us fans need to go out and touch grass. So I actually did a little video, and I actually went down and I addressed it to Shooty, and I went and I touched some grass. So there you go. I hope that was okay with you. But no, I don't need to touch grass, mate. What needs to happen is RTD needs to deliver a decent sci-fi show, because that's what Doctor Who is. It's not a gender studies class or a biology class or a climate crisis class. It's a sci-fi program.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
So you're the one that needs to touch grass. But I'm not going to get
Well,
into it to shoot
got
you.
it wrong all this time. I thought it was the one between my teeth.
You're breaking up, Cinnamon. Seems to be a bit of a bad connection there with Cinnamon.
Yeah. Turn it off and turn it on again.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to refresh or so because you're breaking up and your camera is going haywire as well. The pixels and all, it keeps going bad, so your connection might be a little bit bad or something. He'll get it sorted anyway. He always sorts it out in the end. But while he's doing that, we'll get into it. So I have an article from the Radio Times in relation to the Devil's Court. Now, obviously, I asked PD and I asked Cinnamon if there was a particular article they wanted to bring up. So as normally, PD is normally the quiet one on these streams. We're going to start with you today, PD. So did you find an article in relation to, obviously, the first 2 episodes, a review that you wanted to bring attention to the people in the chat and to the panelists?
I didn't find one myself, but Rabbi found one the other day about the first episode. They got like 3-star ratings. It's like there's a pattern developing, Noel. It's like some people are giving like 3-star ratings, other people are giving like 5-star ratings.
Right. But have you got that article there handy? Is there any bullet points there from the journalists themselves that you want to bring up? What exactly did they say? That's the point of this stream today. I tell you what, you do that, yeah, because I did. In fairness to me, though, in fairness to the lads, right, I have to actually make this clear. I did actually just tell them about this an hour ago. Yeah. So to be fair, right, okay, it's not PD's fault there. I only gave them an hour. So PD, you go and find that particular article. I'll bring Cinnamon back on and I'll get him to tell me what article he wants to do, and then we'll get back to you. Yeah, YouTube, by the way, yeah, I've noticed this as well, folks. Just before yesterday they limited me stream where I was talking about the Doctor Who reviews. Now, I don't know why they limited me stream. Yous were all here, right? So they're probably going to limit this one as well. So if you could do me a favor, I keep saying this to you, will you just hit that like button, right? And if you can, share the stream as well, because it's important. It helps me to beat this. And make sure, as I said, that you don't just have the notification bell turned on actual YouTube itself. Go into your apps on your phone or whatever device you're using and knock on the notifications there, because that will actually, get around the whole fact that YouTube won't notify you, right? It comes directly then from the app. So here's Cinnamon back again. So PD, before I do get him in, do you want to read some of that? I know you've shared the link to me, but if I put it up, it's going to go all blinky on technical difficulties. So what exactly is the main theme of it? What you want the review that you're talking about?
Yeah, well, just as I said, Radio Times actually gave it a 3-star review. It's like, sorry, I got something coming up on my screen at the moment. What did they say again? Sorry, I remember it from Rabbi.
Sorry, I'm making you work hard this week.
Yes, you're making me work hard.
Sorry, I know. But I want to do things a little bit differently this year, Okay. I want to get everybody involved, so that way then nobody feels left out, because we've done streams where you've been sitting there and God love you haven't even had a chance to talk. Yeah. So
I'm not really finding your links and stuff, aren't I? Putting stuff in the chat. Yeah, the Radio Times gave it a 3-star. I thought they'd give it like a 4 or a 5. That's what confused me. It's getting very honest. Overall, no, they're getting this feeling like the BBC wants it, but it doesn't want it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we've been getting on Rabbi's channel for the past kind of couple.
So what was that for? Was that for the Space Babies?
Space Babies got a 3-star review from both Radio Times and the Telegraph as well. I give it a 3-star review.
Right. Well, I have the Devil's Card here, and that also got 3 stars, folks. And
Yeah.
I'll just give you a brief rundown. So, where is it? Where the
Oh, that's
review?
why. Sorry, Noel. The Telegraph one's behind a paywall, so Rabbi read it out. I can't bring it up.
Right.
I'm gonna put a link in chat, but I'll put the Radio Times one in the link chat for everyone on Space Babies.
Right, so listen to this. Curiously, Davis recently referred to the episode as almost having no plot. This is in relation to the Devil's Card. Just some subplots. And that's where some are likely to find fault with the episode. Story-wise, for better or worse, it's incredibly simple, but that does not leave room for some stellar performances. We already know this, but the Devil's Card only secures its further. Gatwa is completely mesmerizing as the Doctor. Every single line is delivered with energy that will make you feel like you're a child watching the show for the first time. His chemistry with Millie is excellent. Every movement is intentional, and every grin, every laugh, every monologue we will have you ready to follow him into the TARDIS for adventures across the universe at a moment's notice. And then there's a talk about the costume designs, which we won't get into because we're just interested in the performances. So according to this review, Shooty, Gatwa, and Millie are on point. The story is simple, but it leaves room for stellar performances. On Maestro, with this Jinx Monsoon, feels like they could jump out of the screen and they're impossible to look away from. It's almost difficult to hate them because it's clear how much Monsoon's relishing bringing such a camp, theatrical, and in the best way, completely ridiculous villain to mainstream TV. So that's what they're saying about Jinx Monsoon. So it's going to be camp, folks, and over the top and all of that. Now, it might work. I'm not sitting here and saying it won't. But I've noticed with the first 2 episodes, and we'll get to Brandon now in a minute, both episodes have received a 3 out of 5 star rating, right? Which is good, right? So you have what is it? So it's poor, good, average, good, very good, and excellent, right? So it's in the middle, right? They're saying it's good, right? But they said this about the Whittaker era, but we'll be fair here. Brandon has his article, and he's in his article because we were talking backstage, or not backstage, but in the chat, little DMs that we do. And he was telling me that the article that he has is a balanced one. So we're gonna hear from Brandon now and what he has to say and what the article in particular has to say.
So I picked mine from the Telegraph as I was informed that was a fairly balanced article. I did check out a few, and as you can imagine, the Independent were all over it. But yeah, same as PD's. This one's 3 out of 5 stars. Make of that what you will. It says Doctor Who Series 14 review. Ncuti Gatwa shines among the clunky culture war posturing. Very, very apt and very interesting title, that, isn't it? As the new series begins with space babies and the Devil's Card, the Disney budget is obvious, but so are Russell T Davis's messages. After a Christmas episode of Doctor Who with BBC One/Disney properly introduced the new Time Lord Ncuti Gatwa, we're down to business with a double bill launching the new series. The first, Space Babies, will delight an audience of under 10s. The second, The Devil's Card, might bore you to tears, whatever your age. Since Disney joined forces with the BBC to create the Whoniverse, the show has taken on a new tone, slick, expensive, and nothing here to scare the horses. Mostly there's nothing here to scare anyone. Who has recently graduated from Bluey and Peppa Pig. The Doctor Who episodes that linger in my memory from childhood do so because they were unsettling. Legopolis, featuring the Watcher, terrified the life out of me. Now the show is unearthing that one. Now the show is so unthreatening that one of these episodes turns into a musical. First, Space Babies. 3 stars. The Doctor and his companion, Ruby Sunday, Millie Gibson, visit a space station populated by babies who can talk and who zoom around their place in their buggies. It's cuteness overload. The plot involves nappies and bogies, which makes it fun for younger viewers, but a bit cringe-worthy for adults. An entry-level episode in many ways. It has the Doctor explain the basics to Ruby. He comes from Gallifrey, even though he doesn't. He has 2 hearts. Maybe might change that. The TARDIS is a time-traveling machine. Well, yeah, but they keep calling it a spaceship. Based on a kind of police box we used to have on street corners, etc. Indeed, Disney is marking this as season 1. The talking babies make for a silly bit of storytelling, but I enjoyed it on my children's behalf. Then it's on to The Devil's Cord, 2 stars, which is best appreciated by people old enough to be familiar with the Beatles. With the whole of history at her disposal, 19-year-old Ruby chooses to go to EMI Studios in 1963 to witness the Beatles recording their first album. But music has been stolen by the villain named Maestro, meaning the Fab Four produce lyrics such as "I've got a dog, he's called Fred" / "My dog's alive, he's not dead." Paul McCartney explains that he just wants to make a bit of money out of cheap old rhymes. John Lennon says, "Sadly, I'm not good at anything." In the next studio, Cilla Black is singing badly, albeit not as badly as the real thing. But he limited time off it popping up there. The episode has a good opening scene, but then goes on for what feels like forever, with drag queen Jinx Monsoon chewing the scenery as Maestro. Very apt description, if I do say so myself. The Beatles' idea is thrown away and is logically inconsistent. If we're in a world where no one whistles or hums or taps their feet, why is anyone recording an album in the first place? Exactly. How have the Beatles lost the ability to write lyrics but not sing in harmony? How can they play instruments properly but the orchestra can't? Writer Russell T Davies makes clunky attempts to be current. Ruby mentions Beyonce and Sam Fender. The Doctor claims to live in Shoreditch, and of course there's the politics. We're fighting the culture wars, not the Daleks, and Davis wants us to know which side he's on. So Space Babies references refugees and government cuts. No, he said the wrong word there. Government cuts and restrictions on abortion. The planet refused to stop babies being born, but once they're born, they don't look after them. It's a very strange planet. Gender pronouns crop up, continue a theme begun in the Star Beast episode where Jinx Monsoon arrives. Get away from him. A character warns them, reports Maestro. I'm them. Oh, so we all know that it seems Maestro will be they, them. The main asset of the new Doctor Who is Gatwa, who carries the series along with the force of a megawatt charisma. When the Doctor tells someone, nobody grows up wrong, you are what you are, and that is magnificent. It may be another example of Davies hammering home a point, probably is, but in Gatwa's delivery, it becomes a joyful message of self-acceptance. Episode 1 and 2 of Series 14 will be available to watch on BBC iPlayer, Disney Plus from Saturday 11th of May. The episodes will be shown from 6:20 p.m. on BBC One on the same day. And there it is, folks.
So
there you have it.
What I'm getting from all of that is as simple as this: is that they all seem to be impressed with Shooty Gatwa.
Yeah.
But they're all having issues, even though they're positive reviews, and they're actually saying that they're positive, like with the headline. What I'm detecting is that they're not happy with RTD's writing, the fact that he is pushing a message. It's clunky in places, it's camp, it's everything that Doctor Who isn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically. When we're looking at this, folks, see, this is what I said, when the positive reviews come out, and they were positive, and I still stick to that. But when you read them and analyze them, they're positive in some aspect. Yeah. But the glaring issue already seems to be from all of the journalists, what I told you yesterday was RTD. Right? So they're praising Shooty, saying that Shooty actually has the charisma, has the energy. The chemistry with Millie is absolutely fantastic, which is what I wanted in the first place. I haven't felt that so far, right? But there you go. They're saying he does deliver. I'm not quite so sure on that though, because they said the same thing about Whittaker delivering, right? So I need to throw that out there, and she didn't deliver.
Oh,
But look, to me, I'll get the panel's opinion now in a minute, but to me, it seems exactly like RTD has already warned us. Look, when the showrunner is coming out and saying that the second episode doesn't have a plot and it's full of subplots, and then the journalists there that are doing the reviews actually, confirm that and say that it's clunky, and RTD makes a pathetic attempt to show that he's hip and he's on board with the youth. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not what you were brought in to do. You were brought in to write a sci-fi show. And again, it seems to me that the two reviews lack stories, and there just seems to be the message seems to be the main focus here. Well, lads, I'll start with you, PD. I mean, what do you honestly think now, reading those reviews? Do you think that this is actually a train wreck, or do you think there is potential here for it to maybe after the second episode salvage itself?
Oh, I hope it salvaged itself on the third episode because that's a Moffat. But it's just looking like we're back to whatchamacallit, Chibnall again. With all this, it's like really, the Doctor Shooty's playing a really good part, but the stories just aren't there for him. All over again, like it was with the Chibnall era.
And Peter Davison, in fairness, he was the same for him.
Not the same thing, totally.
He was strict doctor
with the burqa.
Yeah, green paint everywhere. God.
Oh, I know, mate. Yeah, but it just feels like the same situation again, Noel, if you know what I mean. So we've gone round in one big circle.
Yeah, treading over old ground.
That's it. Totally.
There
you are.
I'm just sitting here and I'm kind of like thinking like there was a great opportunity here. I
know.
There's a lot of cash injection, and it's gone into the wrong thing anyway, in my opinion. They put it into the CGI to make this look slick, but the bottom line is that Doctor Who fans don't care about slick. We don't actually care about the effects. For us, Doctor Who is always been about the storytelling, because BBC never had a budget. That's why they relied on writers so heavily.
Yeah.
Right? But now it seems with the advent of money, the writing quality has shifted. And
even more. Yeah.
And it's hurting the show. It's actually hurting it, but look, the one that Brandon read out. I mean, that's not a very flattering review for RTD at all. Got to be honest, it's not looking good for him. I mean, if they're saying clunky attempt to kind of show which side he's on. I mean, again, we know what side you're on. You've made it very clear, but you don't need to use the TV show to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's like an over-polished turd, this one, isn't it? Looking like, isn't it? No.
What?
Very expensive, over-polished turd. It's like...
Well, they're the millions into it.
I know. It's just the only way I can describe it. The only way I can describe it at the moment, looking at this. It's like, you spent millions and millions on a TARDIS set, millions on this, millions on that. The advertising campaign didn't really hit in the UK, hit more in America. It's like, what are you on?
Yeah, Lee is right there. He says RTD has nothing new to offer. He doesn't. He's not a sci-fi writer, and he's again in 2005. It was okay to do what he did, and it worked. But
boring now.
But the current climate, it's completely different. We demand a sci-fi show. We don't want any of this teeny bop fucking crap and all of this gender biology crap in their show, and then telling us that we're horrible human beings, having white skin and all of this other nonsense that he's going to push.
Yeah.
Right? We get it off the politicians all the time are racist.
No.
Now we're gonna have now Doctor Who's going to tell us. You know, I mean, during the Jodie Whittaker era, we were all sexist and misogynistic. Now this time we're all going to be racist and transphobic because remember, there's trans characters in a family show. Family show. Doctor Who, a family show. RTD has lost his goddamn mind. By the way, just to let you know, one of the former doctors that was recently in the 60th anniversary, David Tennant, has lashed out.
Oh yeah.
And he has said that you all need to leave people be, and you are all bigots and all of this crap. Listen, Mr. Tennant, right? I'm going to say this to you, and I'll say it to your face. You're a danger to society, and everybody that thinks like you is a danger to society. There are two genders. Get over it.
Yeah.
Right? Get over it. You're born male or female. There's nothing else to it, right? And that's the end of it, right? I'm sick and tired of these people trying to force their beliefs on us. We don't want to. End the story. Live your life and leave everybody alone like the rest of us do.
Yeah. Oh, I reckon George is behind that one.
Especially after the cast report as well.
Oh, no.
He has attacked fans. Yes, Pink News reporters were gleefully reporting on David Tennant's behalf.
Yeah, they tweeted it out in the comments and no one could respond. Typical, isn't it?
So there you go. He even tweeted. So he wanted to make a point. He's made his point. Listen, David Tennant is gone.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you marry a woman like.
They can't leave us alone. They keep forcing this down each other's throats. It's like, so what you say is absolutely hypocritical.
Yeah.
It's like, keep it yourself, David, and we'll keep ourselves.
He makes a point of, well, when I was young, when I was a teenager, I saw people, fighting for gay rights, and they're on the wrong side of history. I wouldn't quite compare people fighting for the right just to love who they want, and that was it, to what the current situation where, the gay community weren't trying to change the world, they weren't trying to force, I'm this and I'm that, and
No, they just wanted rights, and they fought very hard for them, and they got them, and now the TQ comes along and absolutely destroys everything now.
Oh, they've hijacked it. Yeah, totally.
Right, destroys everything now. Right, you can't even walk around. I mean, as I said the other day, they even turned Chucky, the doll, the killer doll out of Child's Play movie franchise. Yeah, but they have a TV show called Chucky. Chucky is now bisexual, folks.
Oh,
right?
God.
There's actually a photograph of him kissing one of the young characters. By the way, one of the young characters, because all of these kids are in high school, not high school, probably under high school, whatever. But there were kids in it when I watched it, like. Oh. And now he's kissing kids now. That's what they're showing on TV. Chucky, about a killer doll. Charles Lee Ray, who used voodoo to transfer himself into a doll, is now bisexual, folks.
He married a woman in it. Charles Lee Ray married a woman.
Right? Nothing is sacred. You can't, even a doll. Everything. And this is the point that I'm trying to make. See, you wonder why there's a pushback. Right? You just keep pushing this. What do you expect people to do?
Tammy Lynn, for God's sake. Yeah.
Right? It's ruining entertainment. It's ruining the music industry. It's ruining society. Right? It's teachers are pushing this crap. Right? TV shows have pushed it. Right? We've been doing this 7 years on this channel. Right? And we've been here and they've been pushing this shit for 7 fucking years. Longer even.
No.
Right? A lot fucking longer than 7 years. But we started 7 years ago here. Right? And they've been pushing it ever fucking since, and it's been getting worse and worse and worse. How dare RTD use Doctor Who as a platform for his bullshit? Same with Alex Kurtzman when it comes to Star Trek as well, and Kathleen Kennedy and all of those other weirdos at Disney. Right? We don't want it. These are losing billions. Wake up. Right? Wake up before it's too late. It's already too late for some years anyway, and rightly so. And you know what? Bye, good riddance. We'll be all laughing when half of these studios are closed down, right? And you deserve it, because you are not listening to the people that actually made you who you are. The fans of all of these fucking franchises that you're telling now aren't good enough to watch your shows or watch your movies. So you can rot. Right? And when you bring out shite, we're going to criticise it. You ain't getting praise for putting out bullshit. Right? I'm a Doctor Who fan. I expect my show to be at a certain fucking standard because that's what I've grown up with. Right? And it's not at that standard. It's nowhere near that standard. And I'm not going to lower my standards because the showrunners and the people that are fucking looking after the show don't give two shits. Right? Yeah. Not lowering my standards. I shouldn't have to lower my standards. And any fan that's out there that tells people that they should lower their standards, right, and accept this shit, you ain't no fan of this show, right? I am not going to fucking lower my standards, right? So RTD, you need to buck up. You need to get on your game. If not, do the honourable thing and step down because we're sick and tired of this as Doctor Who fans. We deserve a lot better. We deserve to be treated with a lot more fucking respect as well, right? And then you claim that you don't get respect and that fans don't fucking like us. Yeah, because you're out and attacking us. So we're not going to praise this shite. If it's shite, it's shite, and we're going to tell the truth. If it's good, of course we'll praise it. And we'll be fucking delighted because that's all we bloody want, right? That's all we've ever wanted, right? All we want in society and when we're at fucking home is just to fucking be able to get on with it and everybody just to fucking get on with our life. Like everybody fucking else does. We all have fucking struggles. But I don't go out there and say, look at me, I'm a victim, me, look at me, skin colour, blah, 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 blah. Sick of it all. Sick of it all. Grow the fuck up. It's about time you all grew the fuck up anyway. Right? You're a bunch of fucking adults acting like fucking kids. Oh, I'm a victim. You're not a victim. You don't know what it ever was to be a fucking victim. So stop fucking acting like one. Right? Everybody on this fucking planet, we're in a better position than we ever were in. Right? Well, we were 3 years ago, maybe 4. Right? Not now. But we were in a good position. We were heading in the right direction. There was a lot of peace and society was a lot better than what it fucking was. Now it's fractured and everybody's down each other's fucking throats. Right? And then the one thing when all that shit outside is getting to us. What did we used to do? We could sit down and watch TV and escape from it all. But now we turn on the fucking TV and you watch a show like Doctor Who. Oh, you're a bad person because you've got white skin. You're a dope if you don't believe in climate change. By the way, there's more than 2 fucking genders. And if you don't believe that, you're homophobic, transphobic, and all the phobes I can think of. Sick of it. Sick of it. Is absolutely are pathetic, the whole lot is. Right? It's not our fault that you didn't get a hug and you weren't loved as kids, right? But don't take it out on the rest of the world, all right? Don't take it out on the rest of the world. Go and get fucking counselling or do fucking something to improve your situation like we all have had to do, right? Don't go around crying, asking the world to change for us to make our lives easier. No, it's not how it fucking works. Let's use our act to fucking get her, right? Fucking simple. Go and fucking see a doctor or something, right? Get your fucking head checked out, and then maybe you might come to some fucking sort of fucking peace in your life, and then you'll stop being a fucking burden on the rest of the fucking world and society, which is a fucking nonsense. Nonsense, right? You latch on to everything, right? Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, fucking COVID, climate change, right? You latch on to anything to make you feel part of the world, to make you feel like you are something. Sort your fucking lives out, right? Go and see someone so you don't need any of this shit to feel like you are someone, right? And stop fucking burdening the rest of the fucking world, which is that bullshit. We just want to get on with it, right? When I turn on the TV, I don't want to be lectured, right? I want to sit there and enjoy me programs, right? And if you can't do that, then get the fuck out of the industry, right? Because we're sick and tired of it all now at this stage. The whole lot is. Every single one of is. Sick he is, right? This world's gone fucking crazy, right? Gone fucking crazy. Fucking listening to fucking kids and all about the climate. They're fucking no experts are
no.
Fucking experts and everything, like logic gone out the fucking window, facts gone out the window.
Well, no.
Like it has happened this world. Like, where's this lunacy come from? Why is everybody just living in a world where we ignore facts now, right? And we ignore logic. Go ahead, PD. Anyway, I better stop.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You got it out your system. Well, at the end of the day, we did warn them this was going to happen, didn't we? Look at Paramount; it's collapsing. Disney's collapsing. I mean, apparently Larry Fink found out after the Disney earnings call, he went absolutely Fukushima explosive, according to Razor Fist. I mean, but it's his own fault. He wants to push this neo-Marxist rhetoric on all these companies who he's got stocks and shares in. What the hell do you expect was going to happen? Do you expect aliens to come down and give you some kind of gold medal and say, "Here you go, Larry. Oh, welcome to the universe. You're wonderful." God, these people are so mental. I think they should be dragged away and put in sanitariums for their own good.
What is the point in watching TV when
exactly
you turn it outside and see the exact same thing? Because that's the bit I don't get. Oh, no. Russell in an article saying, "No, I mean, it was a bit of a contradiction because in one breath he's saying, it's still the same old show, but then goes on to change everything about it, and say, it's Doctor Who, but it's 2024." So which is it? Do you want the show to stay the same or do you want it to change? Because
they're all governments, NGOs, all of these groups.
Why watch TV? When again we just got to go outside and see the exact same thing. We want to escape from life.
Grand Theft Auto 4 all over again. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 had the same problem. It was just so samey. It was so dark. It was so dingy. It was so degrading. Everyone's
game because it told a good story. I think on immigration. How it's not always the big dream of America, but I get the point. It's just
Look, I switch on the TV. Don't mind politics in Doctor Who. Nobody minds politics in Doctor Who. We've had politics in Doctor Who throughout the fucking history of the fucking show, right? But the thing about it is when they do it, there's a balanced fucking view, right? They show both sides of the argument and they let the audience decide, right?
Exactly.
You don't dictate to the audience, tell the audience, well, this is what you should believe. No, right? No, that's not how you do it. I'm sorry. No, you cannot use Doctor Who or TD as a personal political football because you want the rest of us to think like you. I am not a fucking sheep. I don't believe what you believe. I think it's fucking wrong. Right? It's the bottom line. You and David Tennant are absolutely fucking disgusting human beings. Anybody that supports that issue, that ideology, and it's connected to children, right? Then you're a disgusting human being, in my opinion. You don't get a say. You don't. So don't be using our show as a political football to push your fucking crap because the majority of this planet does not agree with you, right? Do not agree with you. It's a small minority on the whole entire fucking planet, and they're nearly the most powerful fucking group on the planet. They control so fucking much. And I've had enough of it. So I say no, right? These kids, these people need real help and treatment.
Yeah.
Not you're fucking advocating for and David Tennant's advocating for. Absolutely. I'll say it. These are disgusting, vile human beings as far as I'm concerned. And I'm telling you this now. I absolutely hope that this is a train wreck. I really do hope it's the worst thing that we have seen because you do not deserve the honor of being showrunner of this magnificent show. You are an absolute traitor and a sellout, right? You sold your soul to the devil. That's what you fucking did. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
No, this is going to be going out 6:20 on the 11th of May as well. So family's going to be watching this. And 5 minutes past 7 on the next episode. It's like this is becoming depravity now. Quite frankly, we're going to put all this in it. Absolute depravity. It's like airing mental illness in public. It's insane. Yeah,
but they're getting these big companies. Hold on, Cinnamon, though. These big companies, though, as well, right? They listen. There should be a court set up. There should be criminal charges brought against Disney and all of these other studios that have pushed this nonsense onto the world. And I'm absolutely serious. There should be. These executives, these big boys need to be taken down a peg or two, and they need to be actually charged with a crime. Because what they are doing is a crime against humanity. What's happening to children is a crime against humanity. What's happening to people out there in general is a crime against humanity. This ideology, right, there's been studies now being done. And even when given the facts, all these lefty lunatics, right, have dismissed it. The person that actually made the report, especially in the UK, now has protection 24/7 because our life is in danger, apparently from the good and inclusive side.
Yeah, the ones on the right, supposed to be the right side of history. Not looking so right now, is it?
Yeah, well, that's what David Tennant said in his article, something about being on the right side of history. But I think, you know,
on the wrong side
with all
now.
due respect, David, are you going to listen to detransitioners as well? Are you going to listen to the people who are...
Yeah, but Richie Harris...
No, he won't listen to these. See, this is another thing as well.
15-year-old autistic people usually, who are depressed, struggling, bullied at school. They go on social media and they, they find someone they talk to people, and they say,
but that's a disgusting thing.
Or maybe because you're secretly trans, maybe that's why. And then they get in, and this isn't just me. There's many people who have come out.
But do you know what's disgusting? Do you know what's disgusting though about that side, right? When detransitioners come to them and tell them about their experiences, they dismiss them and they treat them like outcasts, right? Yeah. So this is the thing that the other side don't tell you. Do you notice that Mr. Teabag never talks about detransitioners? None of them do, right? Because it's a sticky subject. Because if you actually listen to, and some detransitioners have actually spoken in America, right, at places, right? But it doesn't happen over this side of the pond. Not many speak up, but there are loads, right? And they have spoke about their experiences, and most of them have said that they were actually like kind of coaxed into this. That it wasn't, you know what I mean? There was pressure put on them. This is a money-making racket, plain and simple. And by the way, I don't actually give a shit if YouTube do limit this one, right? You can limit this one all you want, right? I'm sick of you fuckers as well, censoring people on this fucking platform for speaking up about these issues. We have every right. It's our fucking freedom of speech, right? It's our right, okay? And I'm not going to shut up speaking, right? And I tell you, I'm just waiting. He's pushing this message, but I'm going to be there every step of the way, right? And as I said, that's what we're going to focus on. Forget about Shooty's performance, folks. Forget about Millie Gibson's performance. This is all on RTD's performance and what he's going to deliver. And what we've heard so far from the media, I would have to say, I don't think this is good.
No. They're showing 2 episodes back to back. No, that's going to be the first week as well. That's what's it? 25% of the series as well.
A chunk of it, isn't it?
Yeah, 25% of the series.
I'm just looking forward to Boom. That's
Yeah, I'm just going to watch Boom.
And Sean O'Malley is asking now, what's this about? Well, on this channel, this is me entertainment channel. This has been gone 7 years. On this channel, we talk about the entertainment industry and the wokeness and writing. But in particular, we're all Doctor Who fans here, so we're talking about mostly we talk about Doctor Who, but we do highlight other stuff as well. But it is mostly Doctor Who, and we're talking about how the woke culture has infected Doctor Who and absolutely destroyed it. So that's what we're doing. So been doing this here 7 years, so then I got involved obviously with the movement here in Ireland. So I do both. So the Irish Zone at the moment is out of commission because I got a ban off YouTube for trying to upload a video. But if you haven't subscribed to the Irish Zone, please do. Because I will be back. I have loads of footage, and I mean, I think I'm going to be uploading near enough 30 new videos when I come back. Oh, the movement of nationalists in the Republic of Ireland.
What's happened?
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, what's happened? I was just saying.
Oh no, I was in Newtown, Mount Kennedy on Monday. There was a big Dublin protest as well, against the government and its policies,
Yeah.
smuggling policies. It was great. A very successful day on all fronts. And the left in Ireland has been reeling since, and absolutely devastated, because we showed the country that we are the majority and they're the minority, because they've been saying that they're the majority of the country, but on Monday, the Irish people showed them who the majority was. There was about 200 of those, not even 200 of those little muppets. And as the march was passing by them, right, someone took a photograph of all their faces, the main players on the left, and they were absolutely devastated yesterday. So now they're kicking and screaming today, and the last couple of days they've been trying to show photographs and footage taken out of context, not showing the whole footage, where people were just gathering, trying to make out that our side had small numbers, but it turned out that they couldn't actually propaganda this, because there were so many people there. And we even had a big turnout at Newtown Mount Kennedy as well, which I was surprised, because I thought everybody would head to Dublin, but we wanted to go to Newtown Mount Kennedy just in case it happened while the big march was in Dublin. So a load of us showed up in Newtown Mount Kennedy. We marched through the main street and then down to the place where they obviously have them, and then we were approached by a barrier, and then there was a bit of a square off with the Gardaí, which was interesting. In the Dublin march, they're saying up to 10,000 people showed up. I'm not quite sure about that figure, but I'd say it's close, but I'd say it's a few thousand less, but that's just my opinion. But for the other side, there was around 100 of them, maybe 150, and they were actually surrounded by Gardaí. And then on the other side of the road, where the march was coming down Dublin, we had the riot squad on that side. So the lefties were protected by the riot squad and the Gardaí while the march was going by. The drone footage looks like there's much less than. I agree with you. I agree. I reckon there was around, because I don't do bullshit, I reckon there was around 5,000 or 6,000 people there. More like about 400. There wasn't now. Come on. I've actually got the drone footage. There's more than 400 people walking by when they're at the GPO. No. There's definitely more than that. There's thousands there. Look, you're probably against all of this, which is fine. But no, there was definitely more than that there. 400. Come on now. Come on, even the Irish Times tried to pull that one. And if you go and watch media coverage actually on Australian TV and on other TV channels, they're taking the piss out of Irish journalists, because look, he keeps calling up 450, 475. I love it. He wind up. But look, it was a successful day. But you see, look, there's a pushback. All of this is connected, right? All of this is connected. See, what's happening in society, right? What's happening in your government, what's happening in your countries, and then you turn on your TV and it's happening on TV. It's all connected, folks. Even the climate scam, all connected. The COVID-19, every single part of this is all part of a bigger plan, and these are all different mechanisms that they use to push their messages across, right? So this is why it is actually important to talk about the entertainment industry and highlight what they're doing. And I know some people say, well, you're talking about one particular, but it's happening with other shows out there. But I am a Doctor Who fan, just like these guys are. So for us to analyse what's going on in the entertainment industry, it's better for us to actually review Doctor Who because out of all the franchises that are out there, Doctor Who's the most heavily hit anyway with all this
The
bullshit.
oldest as well.
So, and because it's the longest running sci-fi show in history, 60 years. So, you know, from our point of view, this is, you know, it's obviously devastating because we're Doctor Who fans, but we've got the unique ability, because obviously we are fans. We know what they shouldn't be doing with the show and what they should be doing, and a lot of the stuff that they've done, they shouldn't be doing. Mel Gibson is awesome. Well, I do like his movies, yeah. No, do you let other people talk? Well, they have
Yeah,
been
he
talking.
does.
Yes, I do.
It's just,
But
I'll let you handle the Irish politics because you know more about it than I do. I'm
yeah.
not going to pretend I know about Irish politics because then everyone will look at me and say, "Oh, look at that idiot."
I mean, I can put on an Irish accent, but it might not go very well.
Make sure you get the right side of the border, mate.
Cinnamon is bursting to say something. Cinnamon can talk yet. They know me. We'll be here for a while anyway.
Don't get the wrong side of the border now.
Cinnamon will get everything off his chest before he leaves. Trust me. But go ahead, Cinnamon. He is right. Today I had a bit of a rant. It's out my system now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, isn't it funny? It's quite refreshing, actually, when you read these articles, whether it be Telegraph, whatever, they're essentially, when I read my article out, I apologise for my terrible quality. I don't know if it was cutting out or not, but they're basically saying what we're saying. It comes across as obvious. Like, I'm trying to use the word validation too much because I don't tend to like it, but it's I don't know. I just think it's quite refreshing to hear them effectively say what we're saying, and as a major publication.
Yeah, it's best that Brits stay out of Irish business. Listen, I'm not getting into it on this channel. I don't do that.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of friends from Britain. I've actually got family from Britain as well, right? The bottom line is we're fighting their corner over here. They're fighting what they have to fight over there. But I do have support from my friends in Britain, and I support them over there because they're fighting the same thing we're fighting. So, I don't do that on this channel here. We're all friends. I've known these guys years, so
yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. I don't even like talking Irish politics even on this channel, but as I said, sometimes it does bleed over because it is all connected. That's why I said the other channel. So, yeah, so we'll leave it there on
Politics is downstream from culture, my friend.
That's it. So we'll leave the politics out now. Well, the Irish politics out, and we'll concentrate back on Doctor Who. But let's talk about obviously the positives, which the media have said is Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson's chemistry. So I'll start with you on that one, PD. What do you think of that? What's your feelings on that?
Well, I'm hearing a lot about Millie Gibson. She's so down to earth and she's really good at the part. She's like really kind of the normal person in the room, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm not a fan of Ncuti, I have to say. There's nothing racist against it. I just don't think he's that great a Shakespearean actor, if you know what I mean. But I'm glad the media like him, if you know what I mean. But I don't think he's great. But I think Millie is going to be the one leading this show. It's going to be a bit like Series 8 with I feel it's going to be a bit like Series 8 of Doctor Who with Capaldi and Clara.
Well, if it is, it'll be great.
Oh yeah, we'll like that. It'll be the opposite if it is, mate.
Yeah.
But I just feel we're heading that direction, and then when Millie's being dropped for the next series, I don't think that's a great idea either. I just think she's going to be the talent behind it. Cinnamon next.
Yeah, go ahead, Cinnamon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, and like I've been saying, I think he's all right. Obviously, we've only seen the one episode yet. I'm only going off one episode. I don't know. It's we're days away now.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to address Sean.
It's a
quickly.
nothing burger, isn't it? It's what can you say? You read these reviews, and obviously you take them with a grain of salt, and obviously you solidify your opinion after watching it yourself. I just. It's
Later,
okay.
Michael.
It's here now. Watch it. and we'll see what it's like. You know, the time for talk is over, and they've been talking a lot. The time for to shut the gobs and to actually deliver, which, you know, fingers crossed. But
Yeah.
Fingers have been burnt too many times, but, you know, I'm always willing to give a chance.
Yeah, President Lemon says, let's all be honest. The pretty slim blonde girl wasn't heard because she was a good actress. I have to disagree with you there. She actually is a good actress. I've watched some of her performances because I have actually looked on Coronation Street, and I know Coronation Street mightn't be known to everybody out there, but it is one of the longest. I think it is the longest British soap, and to be on that, you know, you have to actually be a good actor. So I would disagree with you on that one. What I will say is that I didn't see. I have been not impressed, as I said, with their chemistry at the moment, and I haven't been really sold on her. But I'm not going to sit here and say she's a shit actress. She's not. She's actually a good actress, and I would urge anybody to go and check out her performances. She can actually deliver very emotional scenes as well. She does have a wide range of skills. And anyway, you know, the same could have been said about Karen Gillan when she was cast. I mean, I honestly don't think she's a great actress. You know, that's just my personal opinion. But I did like her as Amy Pond. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't think she'd actually go on to have the career that she went on to have. But there you go. What do I know? But, you know, Millie is a good actress, just like Billie Piper was. And remember, Billie Piper was a pop star, right? And everybody doubted her. So I'll just say on Millie Gibson, you know, as I said, you know, you can't really judge her on what we've seen so far, but I haven't liked what I've seen so far. I don't see that chemistry. But these journalists are saying there is chemistry there, so hopefully we do see that. Now, will you post more pictures of your dog? Yeah, well, I have a couple of videos, you know, that I could throw up. I also have a video today. I captured the squirrel that lives here in the apartment block. So I'll throw up my squirrel. I bet he smells lovely. I mean, that's a bit weird. Yeah, PD. Yeah. I've just looked at your private chat there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, anyway, let me see. I don't like Gatwa because he's a twat, like the rest of the production team. That's from Scottish Stavros. He doesn't hold back.
No.
The Joker in the original Batman series was camp. At least he had class. Jinx Monsoon's probably more over the top and camper. Disgraceful, says Gemstone's videography.
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, if you disagree with me, look, we're all fans. President Lemon, you know, I'm still waiting on me lemonade, by the way. We can all disagree. That's the beauty of this fandom. But as I said to you, so far I haven't seen that chemistry. But go ahead, Cinnamon.
I see his point, because she was a bit rather accepting of the fact that there was goblins. She didn't seem to freak her out that much. She seemed pretty, you know, like, oh, you like, what was it? What you said in the chat? Oh, like, he just hissed at me, like it's some sort of dog. But I suppose I get it, yeah. But I don't know, small things.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's going to be interesting because a lot of fans, look, as you can see, even in the chat there, a lot of fans have different opinions. And, you know, a lot of people have already made up their mind on Shooty, and they've basically made up their mind about the show as well, which you can't blame them for, because I mean, you look at what we've gotten so far. I think a lot of fans believe that it's only going down one way, and the same way that we had with the Whittaker and Chibnall era. But a lot of fans still believe, and I have been talking to a lot of fans, and they've been telling me that, you know, they believe this will actually be worse than the previous era. And, you know, I don't think we ever imagined that, but that's where we're heading.
Yeah. The previous era on steroids, pretty much, is looking to me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one to see what they actually do. But look, you know, we're gearing up towards obviously the season premiere double bill we're getting, which I don't like, but there you go. That's what they're doing. But as I said a few weeks back, I said the first 2 episodes are probably going to be absolutely rubbish, and the Stephen Moffat one is the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
Would people hang on for the Stephen Moffat one and see, because people do believe out there that Stephen Moffat is the better writer. And there is. I'm actually curious about the Stephen Moffat one. I'm not going to lie. And I think there's a bit of curiosity from some fans. What, Cinnamon?
So they might just skip the first 2 and watch that one.
I think we're all going to do that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
But see, the fact that you've said that, because people need to know that during the Cinnamon at the very start of this whole journey was very optimistic about Doctor Who. He was raring to go when we were all doom and gloom. He was there. Yeah, I know there are issues, but this is why I think there might be some chance. But the fact that you've actually said just now that I might skip the 4, I know you won't, but I'd skip the first 2 and then watch the 3rd one. That says a lot from where you've come from, where you came from to where you are now. It's a big shift. It's a big shift. I mean, you have to feel let down by RTD and a little bit let down by Shooty, the way they've behaved over the last couple of weeks. Because I say that's got a lot to do with the way your mentality has changed, Cinnamon.
Well, yeah, like I said, I won't skip the first 2, but I imagine some people might, because, you know, some people probably will sort of look at these first 2 and think, do I bother? You know, am I interested? Oh, okay, Moffat's back. I might give that one a watch, see if he can muster up anything good. You know, and I imagine a lot of people probably could feel like that, and don't necessarily blame them, do you?
I just don't. I don't see it. Look, I think our worst fears are going to be realised. And as I said, though, there's no point to point the finger at Shooty or Millie Gibson here, right? Even if their performances are crap, right? The focus has to be on RTD. And like that journalist said, and this is what makes me think that it is a shit show. When the journalist said a clunky attempt, then that's it. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be clunky. It's going to be all over the place. It's not really going to have a plot, right? The story is going to be very basic, and it's going to be flashbang explosions and over the top performances. That's what we're going to get. And remember, the worst is to come, because for the first time in Doctor Who history, and I mean for the first, we're going to have dancing, singing, strictly crossover. So that's what our show has become, right? A sci-fi show is doing a crossover with Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah. Doesn't sound good, does it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, lads.
but not strictly. You know, it's not really Doctor
Yes.
Who strictly, is it?
Strictly fucking get
Oh
away.
gosh.
Anyway,
That's a
look,
Top Gear crossover, but not this.
no, I wouldn't mind a crossover with a different sci-fi show, but
Yeah.
to do a crossover with fucking Strictly, I mean,
know.
you've lost the fucking plot you have. Right,
Yeah.
what next? Crossover with fucking what's that show on Channel 4 where they're naked or something?
Oh, Naked Attraction, yeah.
Yeah, naked, yeah. Is that what's going to be next RTD? Crossover with Naked Attraction or something?
Rob, I might like that one.
I wouldn't be watching that one. Sorry. Don't want to be seen. No aliens bits. No, thank you. Anyway, zero acknowledgement or pushback from the mainstream media either. Listen, the mainstream media are going to praise this, even if it's a pile of shite. They'll try put a positive spin on it. So my verdict is the media is lying.
Yeah.
Right. Because in fairness, if you read those reviews and then you look at the rating they've given them, right, 3 stars. One reviewer gave it 2 and was actually honest, in my opinion. The one that gave it 2 for the Devil's Card, in my opinion, was the most honest journalist out of all of those.
Yeah.
Right? None of these journalists, remember, as I said, when you're reading all of these reviews, okay, remember, we all know the names of some of these journalists that work for the Radio Times and Digital Spy and Screen Rant because they gave us a laugh over the last era with their ridiculous articles defending the last nonsense that we had. So, you know, look out for those journalists because they'll be the ones that will be shilling hard for this. So, look, I think it's safe to assume that Doctor Who has reached the has reached the edge of the cliff. I'll just say that because it's easy for me to, right? And it's going to jump. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to sit back and watch what happens to the show for the next 2 years. And hopefully by the end of it, then it's so bad that it's cancelled. And then maybe in a few years' time, when everybody forgets about this abomination that's happened and the previous abomination, then maybe we can move on and have optimism for the future. But I'm just going to say this. I think this will be the last time or the last era of Doctor Who
for a while
you'll ever see, because I think we'll be finished after this. And I don't think I'll see Doctor Who in my lifetime ever again. I mean, being on TV again. I think it's done. So
I think I'll be back now in about 5 or 6 years' time.
So that's how bad I think it's going to go with OPD. So,
yeah,
you know, I hope I'm wrong.
You know what annoys me, Noel? They could have had Joe Straczynski doing this. He knows sci-fi. He's done a whole bloody sci-fi series. It was a successful one. It won bloody Emmy Awards and bloody Hugo Awards. It's like, but no, you want to bring back RTD, who was acting like he was going to be the hero of this, come back and save it. And he's just turned into, what is it, Colonel Kurtz from bloody, from Apocalypse Now? Oh my God. It's just, you know, beggars belief, my friend. Beggars belief.
Well, look, we'll be back to review this next week, and we'll have Queen Charlotte here joining us all. And we may have an actual special guest. I have been having a chat with someone. We'll see. They might be able to come on the first one. So I won't tell you who the guest is yet because I want to make sure that it's confirmed before I say anything. So we might have a special guest joining us for that first review. But myself, PD, Cinnamon, and Charlotte will be here next week to absolutely dissect RTD and his writing. And I can't wait. I actually can't because I know it's a train wreck and I know it's not going to be good. And you know what? If he's going to screw over the show, well, then I have every right to push back like every other fan does, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to hand you over to the lads who are going to do their shout-outs, and then I'll do mine last because I want to mention a few things as well. So I'll let the lads go ahead and do their shout-outs, and then, as I said, I will do mine. So we'll start with you, Cinnamon.
Yes, so if you want to follow me, then you can do it on YouTube, of course, under the same name, Cinnamon. I think Does Crunch probably going to do another stream, maybe squeeze one out, maybe like a pre-show thoughts of just like the storm before, or the calm before the storm, I should say.
Calm Storm, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Got there eventually.
Yeah, we would do it again.
Yeah, and then of course on Twitter as well. If you're interested there, again, it'll be the same name.
PD.
Okay, go and see our good friend Dan Hadley over at Type 40 in the Space Book. I will put it in the chat in a second. We got our good friend Bowles Track. We've got Brendan at the Scent Spear. We have Jesus, it's coming like a list, isn't it? No, a wine list.
The top star, Sean from the Nerdaholics.
Yeah, we've got Daniel who's in the chat. Sean,
Jack Main's channel,
Jack's channel, Troy and Jack Rabbit.
Scottish Davers and Friends, with pop culture, of course.
So I got yep. Oh god, Gobby's now gone back to do science fiction and fantasy and television again. So he's didn't he launch a new channel or something to do that? Yeah. So I just put drinkers. Just put critical drinkers in. Yeah, he's good as well. He'll tell the truth about pop culture. He gets a one-off. Who else have we got in the list? Sorry, it's a big long list. As I say, Sean at the Nerdaholics. We've got you're in there. You're already in there. Oh, sorry, it's Jack. Draw Jack Rabbit. Sorry, we'll get Jack in there. Oh god, we got too many friends now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start cutting them.
Yeah, start cutting out who gets plugged and who doesn't.
Nah, listen. I mean, look. Everybody kind of knows the channel. So what we'll do is, instead of doing the shout outs like we do every stream, we'll do it once a week at the end of the week, because then that way we can name them all. Because I think it is getting a bit ridiculous at the end of because it takes up so much time as well. And that way then, if we leave it till the end of the week, PD will be in the chat anyway when I do my streams. Then at the end of the stream, at the end of the week, then he can just throw them in then while I'm calling them out and make it easier, because I kind of have them all in the top of my head anyway. So, so that's what we'll do from now on.
Not yet.
So that's what we'll do from now on, because I think that's fair anyway. Because in fairness, ever since I've done this, that's the one thing I've always done, is shout out other YouTubers, right? And I haven't stopped ever doing this, so you know what I mean. So we'll just, it's every day. We don't need to do it every day, so we'll just do it once a week. Anyway, me. So I'm back here tomorrow. In the afternoon, I'm gonna just come on, just briefly come on for about a half an hour, just to have a bit of a chat, obviously, with people on the channel. Cool. Then I'm gonna do a little member stream as well, because obviously we're gearing up. No, that's Thursday. Hold on, no, Friday. I'm getting confused. Sorry, Friday. They're happening Friday. Thursday, obviously, we don't do that on Thursday because I take that day off because obviously now the schedule's going to change, folks, because Doctor Who is back. So if everything works out, the plan is to do a live watch along of the first 2 episodes, and then I'm going to review then on another stream, and obviously 2 streams that night. I'll be reviewing both episodes, and then on Wednesday then we'll have a review panel where they get to do all the talking, because I've done my reviews separately, and that's the way I did it last year, and it worked out better that way, because then it gave the guys on the panel more of an opportunity to talk, because as you can tell, I can talk for Ireland. If there was an Olympic sport, I'd probably win it for Ireland. So I could talk, so that way I can just do it myself, and then give the lads and Charlotte a chance to give me their opinions, and then I just ask questions. So that's, and I like doing it that way. Noel's creeping up to 2 I've noticed that as well, that my subs have seemed to have jumped up, and I don't know how that's happened, but I want to thank everybody. We are actually creeping up to 2,500. I mean, I'm on this platform 7 years, right? I think 2,500 is a fair reflection, in fairness, of what I've done. So, you know, if I get to that figure, it'd be great. If I don't, sure, still gonna do what I do. They've never stopped me. It's never stopped me. Thanks for the epic rant, Nolan. 100% agreed with every word. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. But I am back here on Friday. Then I'll be, if things go to plan, as I said, I'll be back on Saturday. But leave it with me. If not, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on early Sunday. And I'm going to watch the 2 episodes, do the watch along live while I'm watching the 2 episodes, a live reaction, and then I'll do me review then. But my aim is to do it while it's live or while they drop, because then that way, then, you know, I'll be one of the first on this side of the pond to actually do a review, because, you know, everybody in America, Canada, and everywhere else in the world, they'll get their reviews out. So I want to, as you know, I always want to get out there before everybody else. So that's why I want to do it live. So yeah, look out for that. I'll give you more if it happens. I'll let you know in the next stream. Okay. So don't worry about that. But that's what we have coming up. As I said, the Eurozone. I do want to plug that because, as I said, I've got loads of content to go up when I come back. But if you could subscribe to that channel as well. And we have actually gotten over 1,000 subscribers. We're on 1,080. That channel has absolutely blown up in 2 weeks. So to everybody that has subscribed to that channel, I want to thank you. Seriously, it really means a lot that people are watching the videos, and I'm trying to get the information out there as much as I can. I have videos, as I said, to throw up. I was in Newtown, Mount Kennedy, so I'll throw up all of that footage that I gathered, I should say. There's a couple of videos of people talking directly to An Garda Síochána, which you will be very interested in hearing what they have to say. And other videos as well coming up. And we've got our live streams, and that's on the Eurozone. And that'll be coming next week. We're back in action next week on that channel. So come and join me on the Irish Zone. So I think PD put that in the chat as well. So don't, yeah, I know I've got the 2 channels now, so you have to plug me double now.
Yeah.
And as I am the channel fucking host, and it is my channel, I should be plugged twice anyway.
Yeah.
You paid.
That's the way it goes.
Okay, it's the old gaming channel. Yeah, remember it. You done anything with the Red Devil channel?
The what?
You done anything with the Red Devil channel? Your first.
No, right. So I'll see what happens next season. But then if I do that, I'm running 3 channels. But I can do it. I mean, I've done it before. But I don't want to overstretch myself. But Cinnamon was saying, he was giving me ideas for that as well. Instead of doing live match watch-alongs, I'll just do match reports and stuff like that, and then you know, and then I could do some, you know, when the articles come out, like I used to do with Doctor Who, read the articles, the transfers, and all of that other stuff. So I might do that at the start of the transfer window this year. So look out for that just in case. But that channel is not gone. I'm not giving up on it. It's just being a Manchester United fan is an absolute fucking headache right now. Right, I feel like actually signing myself into a mental institution after I watched those bleeding wasters on that pitch. And to blame another manager, by the way, for their absolute pathetic performance, I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ couldn't save Manchester United right now. Okay? So I won't say it just in case there's any Liverpool fans listening or Arsenal fans listening, because they like to take a dig at us. Anyway. We leave it there. But look, if someone wants to clip that rant, you are more than welcome to clip the rant. I don't do that shit because, you know, I should, because maybe I would bring more people to the channel. But you know me, guys, I do it for yous. So, I mean, if anybody, remember, you have been following me long enough now, nearly 7 years, some of you, right? You don't need your permission to clip a particular something that I've said and put it up on social media if you want to. So, you know, just thought I'd say that because just in case you think I would have a problem with that. You know, I don't have a problem with any of the people that support me doing that. You could do that. That's another way of promoting the channel anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I'll bring it on, I say. Anyway, look, you've been brilliant. I'm going to let you all go now and enjoy the rest of your evening and afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And take care, stay safe, and look after yourselves, by the way. Oh, yeah, we'll stay away from Carrick. Don't worry, we're not going to take Michael Carrick. He's not ready. So, yeah, look after yourselves, guys, right? And stay safe out there because the world's absolutely crazy, right? And have each other's backs as we do here. You know, at the end of the day, you know, particularly in 2024, you need as many allies as you can possibly can get because, you know, we're going to be, you know, we've seen it over these last few years. We've been hammered really bad by the media, the entertainment industry, governments and NGOs and all of that, right? And it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Remember that. And now that the left is demoralised in Ireland and is absolutely, completely smashed, right? They're like a wounded dog. And you know what wounded dogs are like? They can be very dangerous. So it's not over yet. The fight is still going, folks. And nobody should lose sight of that. What happened in Dublin was absolutely fantastic. The numbers were fantastic. But do not lose the objective and what our aim is. And our aim is to get this government out ASAP. I will leave it there. I love yous all. Now you can feck off, as I say. Bye-bye. Adios.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one. Ugh.